What's up, internet? Oh, that's the wrong screen, but we're here anyway. We'll go to this one. What's up, internet? We are back once again here live, not only on Kick, but we are live back on YouTube for the first time in months. We are back here live, and we've got a lot to talk about. There is so much to talk about right now. I have huge news. Huge Big Brother news. It's gonna blow you all away. I don't know if you're ready for it. But let's say hi to everybody that's up in the chat. First, let's start off, let's see who's up all in Kick. We got Bondo.
What's up, Big Pimpin'?
What's up, Big Pimpin'? Laura.
What's up, Big Pimpin'?
What's up, Big Pimpin'? Marsha.
What's up, Big Pimpin'?
What's up, Big Pimpin'? How you guys doing? Let's check out over on YouTube. Larissa.
What's up, Big Pimpin'?
What's up, Big Pimpin'? JD Glad.
What's up, Big Pimpin'?
What is up, Big Pimpin'? Ash. Is this April Fool's? Ash, it is April 1st, but this isn't April Fool's, Ash.
What's up, Big Pimpin'?
What's up, Big Pimpin'? We got Stin.
What's up, Big Pimpin'?
What is up, Big Pimpin'? Who else we got up in here? Moonlight Warrior.
What's up, Big Pimpin'?
What's up, Big Pimpin'? Dudley.
What's up, Big Pimpin'?
Dudley, we also have some things to talk about with March Madness. I think me and you have some things that we need to talk about with March Madness. Are you in that? How'd you do? Because I think I'm looking pretty good in there, Dud. Otter.
What's up, Big Pimpin'?
What's up, Big Pimpin'? Alexandria.
What's up, Big Pimpin'?
What's up, Big Pimpin'? Rowan.
What's up, Big Pimpin'?
What is up, Big Pimpin'? Imagine it is second chances. What if it was second chances? Maybe that is the huge news, Rowan. I've got info. We got Chris up in here, Sharon.
What's up, Big Pimpin'?
What's up, Big Pimpins? PT, Liz. Who else do we got in here? Darlene, Special K, Jordan, Aaron, Jamie B. Who else do we got? Gary, Misty, Artie's.
What's up, Big Pimpin'?
What is up, Big Pimpins? Are you guys ready to talk about what's been going down? Who we got coming on in? Somebody's coming on in, hitting that sub button. I know it. I just can't see it right now. It's on my screen somewhere. Thank you for hitting that sub button. If you are new here, hit that subscribe button. If you like this stream, hit that like button. If you are new here, you might not know. Another person coming on in. Is that right? Is that right shot from Kick? It might be. If you are new here, though, if this is the first time you're ever here on my channel, we got another new sub coming on in. You guys are blowing me up right now. If you're new to my channel, if this is the first time you're here, on YouTube, every day, every single morning, first thing in the morning during the Big Brother season, you will get live feed updates. I do recaps of the live feeds. They're short, they're sweet, anywhere from like 10 to half hour. 10 minutes to a half hour. Then on every Fridays we go live. It's a whole lot of fun. Bunch of new people coming on in, hitting that sub button. Here's the thing. During the Big Brother seasons, we are crazy busy on this channel. So busy on this channel. After the seasons, things can tend to die down. There's not really that much going on. And this is on me. I need to apologize that I neglect you over here on YouTube way too much. Way too much do I neglect you guys. So we're trying something new here. This is a little test to see how it kind of works, how it kind of is running. Things seem to be working well right now. We are live on YouTube. We're also live on Kick. Here, I think do exclamation kick. Did that work? It didn't work. Maybe if I do exclamation socials. That didn't work either. But we are live over on Kick. Oh, they were just late. They worked. They worked. They were just late. If you want to check out Kick, you're more than welcome to go check it out as well. Here's the big thing. We haven't been gone though. We weren't on YouTube, but we haven't been gone. We've been live over on Kick and Twitch usually But I kind of made the executive decision. Here's the thing with Twitch. It was pretty dead. There wasn't many people over on Twitch. There was a good amount of people over on Kick, though. We've been having a lot of fun. In fact, if you look here on the screen, you can see our chat here, where you'll be able to see some of the people who are over on Kick, as well as being over on YouTube. The Kick people can see you. So it's all back and forth, and you guys can have a good time chatting together. You can choose where you want to be. Here's the thing, though. Kick is where I can do a little bit more fun stuff, a little bit more freedom. YouTube has very strict rules on some of the things that I'm allowed to do. Kick is a little bit more lenient on some of the stuff, especially some of the stuff I've been doing recently. Before we get into the Big Brother stuff, all right, do we just jump into the Big Brother stuff? Do we just jump into it? Do I just give you the big news? All right, here's the big news, because and listen, I don't know how I feel about this. Sure.
What's up, Big
What's up, Big Pimpin'? Getting to level 10 over on Kick. Here's the thing. It's, and I don't know how I feel about this. So one of the things that ends up happening, since I've been covering the YouTube stuff, every so often I get a little DM, maybe a little slip of information, and like I'm low level, but every so often, somebody slides in with some info. Here's the deal. Spoiler Ori is coming back out of retirement here. Because I got a hot tip. And Liz, I don't even know 100% how reliable this source is, but I feel pretty confident with the proof they gave me, because I did ask for some proof. I was like, listen, you could be anybody. It doesn't necessarily mean you're somebody. It's someone on the show. Someone who works with the show. They sent me a message, and you guys aren't going to believe what's coming back this season. You're not going to believe it. No, it is not the AI arena, which a lot of people seem to love. It. I still stand on the opinion that while it was awesome and it turned out really well and it was entertaining, the only reason we really liked it was because Tucker was winning, and we liked Tucker. This is kind of a wild thing that they're bringing back, but are you guys ready for this? Are you ready for what they're bringing back? Jenki? I didn't get any news. I didn't get any news on Jenki. Slop? Is it Slop? No. What they're bringing back. And I don't know if you guys are ready for this. They're bringing back the key wheel. They're doing it. They're bringing it back. It's coming back. I'm sorry. I can't do this to you guys anymore. I'm sorry. I can't. This is definitely an April Fool's. Spencer, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everyone. I apologize. It is not. They're not bringing back the key wheel. They're not. They might. I don't know. They might. I don't know. Of course, it's an April Fool's. Yes. But we do have some things that I want to talk about with Big Brother just a little bit. Before we can jump into some other stuff, because I want to tell you guys about what I've been up to recently. Stin actually mentioned it earlier too. But before we jump in that, Ori slap. I'm sorry. Hey, we had to, right? Especially because I did always kind of plan on, I wanted to get you guys back into the fold of what I've been doing here. It's not a waste of 10 minutes. I promise, Gary. It's not a waste of 10 minutes because there's a lot of good stuff coming. Here's a couple of things we do know about the upcoming season of Big Brother 27. It's going to premiere sometime in, late June, early July, sometime around there. We don't know the exact date yet. Once we do, of course, I will bring you all that information. We don't have any information on the live feeds too, and I'm a little bit worried about how they're going to be set up because I don't 100% know how, if you guys aren't aware, there's like a new ownership group with Paramount. They were just sold recently, and then it was just all like officially approved and everything recently. So like the new people are finally kind of taking over. And I don't know 100% how they feel about the live feeds, how supportive they are of it. But it's a concern because we all know how Big Brother Canada went. We don't have Big Brother Canada anymore. Once they got rid of the live feeds, it really kind of destroyed the show. And I don't know what their plans are, but if we base off what happened last season, right? We had not only the Paramount Plus subscriptions that you could buy, you could pay for, become a member of that. and you'd have access to all the feeds. They also had the feeds available on Pluto TV for free, 100% free. There were ads on them, but you could watch it without paying a dime. And my big thing was I felt like the feeds on the Pluto TV, which were free, were better than the ones that were on the Paramount Plus subscription that you paid for. The quality was better for me. So we'll see how they're going to go with the feeds. Hopefully they don't do something crazy and try and do any digital daily BS. I think they saw what happened with Big Brother Canada, and they know that's not an option, right? Like that is just not on the table, I would hope. And exactly, PT, what's BB without live feeds? What's BB without live feeds? Other than that, of course, we will have our daily coverage here all throughout the season. We're going over the live feeds, all that kind of stuff. We're going to do our daily Friday streams. I'll probably end up doing the Friday streams both on YouTube and Kick as well. So if you didn't want to be on YouTube, you could be on Kick. And it's just going to be a nice way for you to kind of be able to do your thing during the season. Other than that, I do have, questions for you guys. What are some things that you would like to see? Are there any specific type of content based around Big Brother that you specifically want? And if so, let me know. Reach out to me either, in chat one time or either on Twitter or Discord or wherever. Just get a hold of me. Put it in the comments of a stream, even after the fact. Whatever it is. I want to hear what you guys want to see the most, right? Stin, great suggestion. Weekly player rankings, right? That'd be great. Patriotic, what's up, Big Pimpin'?
What's up, Big Pimpin'?
What's up, Big Pimpin'? Is that Norma? Is that Norma? What's up, Big Pimpin'? How you doing? I will apologize too. I normally like to read a lot of the chat, but you guys are flying over here on YouTube, and it's a lot. Over on Kick, they're having a good time as well, and they're super excited. But where were we? So, Big Brother stuff, obviously, with everything through the season, there's not too much that we know right now. The other really interesting thing that's going on right now, more Ori rants. That definitely done. We will have that done. Here's something I was thinking about. And I'm not 100% sure how you guys feel about this either. But potentially, maybe we could do some other kind of like stuff. So here's the thing. I have these videos that I've made. The issue is YouTube copyright doesn't seem to like the videos that I've made. So I'm going to try and figure out some way to get those videos to you guys to be able to be seen. YouTube just doesn't like them. On that end as well, here's another thing. What I've been up to recently. So Big Brother hasn't been on for a few months. This channel's been kind of quiet for a few months. But that doesn't mean we haven't been doing stuff. So over on Twitch and Kick, which again, we're live on both Kick and YouTube right now. Over on Twitch and Kick, we had been watching not only the Traders UK Season 3, the whole season, we also are in the last leg here of Survivor Australia, which if you're not watching Survivor Australia, you're not watching the best version of Survivor. Survivor US is nothing. It is like a preschool Nicktoons, Nick Jr., Blues Clues version of Survivor compared to Survivor Australia. They do it right. They take it real. Dreadfully Ruby sees it. Survivor Australia is far superior. It's been amazing. And we've been live watching that on Kick. Like, you can watch the whole thing. Here's potentially a thing, and I don't know how it's going to work, if people are even going to be interested in it. They probably would want to actually be able to watch it, but maybe can't on the other sites. Maybe you can only do YouTube. Here's kind of one of the things I've been thinking about. Doing the Kick stream with the actual episode so you can see everything. If that's not something that you're able to get onto or you're not interested in, I could potentially, and I don't know if this will work, I could potentially have where YouTube is this screen where we have the chat, me talking to you guys on the screen, and then Kick will actually get to see the episode. So we'll be live on both. It just wouldn't have the footage here over on YouTube. Potentially, it's something I could do. We're going to look into that. The next episode for that is on Sunday. So Sunday and Monday for the next 2 weeks, there's 4 episodes of Survivor Australia left. And we'll be live on Mondays, Sundays and Mondays. So we'll have those next 2 weeks. After that, we got to figure out a new show. We got to figure out something new to watch. There's a bunch of options. I know Gallon over on Kick, he's been dying to see Traders New Zealand. So that's an option that we could get into. There's a new season of Joe Schmo, which is also something we could potentially get into as well. The Nutsack. Stin's been pushing this Nutsack show, and I don't know. I thought it looked pretty decent. He tells me it's the worst show ever, but maybe we jump into it. But yeah, there's lots of options on things we could do. But definitely going to be a lot more stuff going on up until Big Brother eventually starts up. Because once Big Brother starts up, you guys know we dive head first. We go deep into Big Brother, and it pretty much takes over our lives for pretty much the whole summer, into the fall now, almost Halloween at some points. So we'll definitely be covering that. But in the meantime, we'll have some time here, kind of relax, chill, and just get into like another really good show before we get into Big Brother. It's a shame because right about now we'd be about halfway through Big Brother Canada. But we don't have Big Brother Canada anymore, and it's just kind of in a rough spot. Hey, from Utah, what is going on from Utah? How's it going in there? We are doing great here over on the East Coast. How's things in Utah? Jessica, how are you doing? Jordan, Traders AU. So Traders, I think I've seen. How many seasons of Traders Australia have there been? Because the last one I saw had Luke from Survivor Australia. That was the last Traders that I had seen. Now, that doesn't mean that I wouldn't watch a show again. Like, just because I've seen a show, I would watch it with you guys. I just feel like a lot of times, like, it's more fun, like, if I don't know what's going on and you guys don't know what's going on. But if there's shows that you guys watched before that you would maybe want to see me watch as well, you'd be interested in watching it again, we could totally do that. We could even do like an old like Big Brother season or something, right? Maybe we go back to Big Brother 10. Maybe we go back to like Big Brother like 6, right? Maybe we go to 7, right? The All-Star season, like the good All-Star season. So there's tons of options that we could do. I think they've even got like condensed seasons on YouTube, so like we could do that. So are you into Survivor? That is actually something we were just talking about earlier. Survivor Australia is what I'm into. And it's really, really hard for me to get into regular US Survivor anymore after I've consumed Survivor Australia. Currently, we've actually been watching the season of Survivor Australia on Kick. There's only like 4 episodes left. So we got 2 weeks, 2 episodes a week. That's another reason why I like Survivor Australia. So let me break down the reasons on why Survivor Australia is superior to Survivor US. Oh, Stin, that's another big thing. I'm really excited for that. Survivor Australia versus the world is going to be amazing. I'm telling you, Survivor Australia versus the world is going to be better than Survivor 50. Hands down, it will be better than Survivor 50. I'm without a shadow of a doubt. Without a shadow of a doubt. We'll get into that because there's already a cast for Survivor Australia versus the world. We already know the cast, and it's a banger of a cast. I'm into this conversation. All right. So let's go over this a little bit. Survivor US. One of the things that I've found with Survivor US is they've kind of gotten to a point where they've found, and Big Brother's in the same situation, right? I'm not excluding Big Brother from what Survivor's fallen into. They've kind of fallen into catering to the audience of TV watchers who are just going to be watching TV anyway. So they put something on that is more wholesome, more family friendly, just like for the casual viewer, right? And why they do this is because it's got a much higher floor where people are going to keep watching, and it's got a decent ceiling, right? Because you could still have a great season even when they do this kind of stuff. It's all about like how the players play and how things go, and it, you could have the best players in the world on a season, but then just because of the way things turn out, it could end up being the worst season ever. That's just a steamroll, right? So it's one of those things where either way, it's safer to go with that kind of a fan base. Whereas when you try and go towards something that's a little bit more like the older survivors, a little bit more grittier, a little bit more taking themselves seriously as a show, less like kumbaya, everybody having fun and getting along. I feel like the ceiling is higher for more big things to happen and more exciting shows, but the floor of the viewership is much lower because when you have that like crazy kind of real gritty intense show, those casual fans might not be as interested in it and might fall off and they might not watch that show. So that's kind of one of my big issues with Survivor US. I feel like they've kind of watered it down and they've babied it. Meanwhile, you go to Survivor Australia and it is like going in another universe where Survivor never made that weird turn where everything's all kumbaya and about everybody getting along and doing all this stuff, right? It is where they do like real fun comps, like Survivor US comps. Let me tell you exactly what every Survivor US comp is. Some kind of obstacle course. They're probably going to get dirty, and it's going to finish with a puzzle, right? Every single one. There's not a single US challenge that doesn't follow that formula anymore. It is so basic on how they do their competitions. Meanwhile, over on Australia, guess what, everybody? We're just going to have two people get giant pads and they're going to go at each other in a sumo match out in the water. Who's going to win? Oh, guess what, everybody? We're going to put a cage out in the water. 4 people are going to go in, 2 from each tribe. First one to get out wins. Like, these are challenges. And, like, it's not just like, oh, let's do a puzzle again. It's the same puzzle every single time. Hey, let's throw some coconuts at this thing and smash them as hard as we can and get all of the liquid out. And whoever gets the most liquid wins. Like, these are the kind of challenges that are Australia Survivor is doing. It is just way next level. They're going back to, like, what real fun comps are. Also, the gameplay. Everyone's playing hard. They are all playing so hard on Survivor Australia. The last few seasons of Survivor Australia have had some of my favorite Survivor players, honestly, reality players that I've seen in a very, very long time. And it's been fantastic. So how do you watch it? There's a couple of ways. One, you can watch with me over on Kick. In fact, if you go over there now, I think there's a few VODs where you could see a couple of the episodes. Also, if you have a VPN, you can watch on 10play. It's kind of like their streaming thing that they have. It's free. You don't have to pay for it or anything. But you do have to have a VPN or be in Australia. Got a bunch of subs coming in. I wish I could see who's subbing on here. I have to figure that out. But we've been watching them over on Kick, and it's been amazing this season. It's so good. Also, here's another thing. Here's another reason on why Survivor Australia is better than Survivor US. How long is Survivor US nowadays? Like 28 days? Something like that? Yeah. At 29 days, they didn't even get to the merge yet. 29 days, and they almost didn't even get to the merge. I think 28 was like their merge day. The season for Survivor Australia, they're on that island for 50 days. 50 days. This ain't no, oh, let's go camping on a beach type thing anymore. They're still surviving on that thing, right? They give them a ton of rice and beans, though. They give them a lot of rice and beans. But it's just such a better season than Survivor US. And the product that they do is just, it's amazing. It's amazing. All right, let's catch up on some of the chats here because I've been missing out. Let's see what's happening over on Kick. You guys were upset that I did the April Fools. I apologize. Any word on Big Brother celebrity? They mentioned, but never a date. Gallon, that's a good question. From everything I've seen, there's not a Big Brother celebrity this season. If they would have done it, it would have been in February. But we didn't get anything from it. They usually do it like during like the Winter Olympics. Like they kind of line them up with that. So like that's a thing. But other than that, it's nothing that I've heard. I'd love for them to do another celebrity season again. But when that will be, I don't know. Honestly, what I would love if I was in charge. Who's this coming in? Following over on Kick. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Yeah, none of my alerts, like activity feed, I should say, is working. So I can't see who follows and subscribes, but thank you for that. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. When you follow over on Kick, you guys on YouTube don't know this. When you follow on Kick, you get a motorboat. There you go. There's your motorboat for following over on Kick. Where were we? Oh, we were talking about if I was in charge of Big Brother and the property, what I would do is I would have a short, like, legend season. Like, this is the one where, like, you do an all-star season, but, like, you can't get all the good all-stars all the time, right? Like, you're never going to get, like, Will's retired now, right? You're never going to get, you know, Derek and Cody or even Janelle, I'm sure, like, to do a full season of Big Brother again. You know what they would do, though? They would do like a 2-week mini one, right? Just put everybody in a house for 2 weeks, have it be like super fast paced, right? Have an elimination like every 2 days or something like that, right? Have it like be like a speed run of Big Brother, but like all like the big time people, right? And really do it right. You could even have celebrities in there if you want to. But I think like that would be the best way to handle that. Plus, it's just like an easy thing to do during the summer. You have the house all the time, right? So might as well use it. Actually, speaking of the house, that's a thing I haven't looked into recently. There was a plan to redevelop the studio lot that the Big Brother house is on. I don't know what the current status of that plan is, because originally the studio they were in was not going to be there anymore. It was going to be like a brand new studio they were going to build. So I don't know what the deal is with that. I'm going to have to look into that more. Because there is potential that Big Brother's going to need a new house here soon. There is potential for that. Let's see. Julia had said they were doing one, then nothing else. Yeah, it was weird. I don't know why. And then reindeer games. We didn't get another reindeer games. That was weird too. Gallon, basically an org. Also, anybody on YouTube, you wouldn't really know this, but one of the things we've been doing for the past few months, every so often, we would do these orgs. If you don't know what orgs are, they're like online reality games. So basically, it's like a game of Big Brother. It's like a game of Survivor, but all in one night with a bunch of random people on Discord. Usually we were doing them with the community that I'm a part of over on Kick with my buddy Bruno. You guys may know him from Big Brother Canada Season 3, Big Brother Canada Season 5. He's Cabone Gaming over on Kick and Twitch. We've been doing a lot of fun stuff with that. I've kind of been running the whole thing where like I come up with the competitions, I come up with the twists, and kind of host the whole deal. Gallon over here, he's actually a winner. Gallon, who's over on Kick right now, you can see him in the chat there. He's a winner of one of our orgs. So it's been a lot of fun. The last one we had, here's the thing. The last one we had Rockstar from BB20. We had Kiefer from BB Can 9. Who else did we have on that one? We had someone from the Traders Canada, Donna. We had someone from Beast Games was playing in this. Who else did we have in that? Yes. Oh God, how could I forget? Cliff and Jess from BB20. It was BB21. It was like a star-studded org. half the people were reality people. Half the people were just random people who signed up for this org and didn't know who was going to be in it. All of a sudden, they're playing with Cliff, Jess, Rockstar. They're playing with Big Brother players, trying to come out on top and see who can win these games. It was a lot of fun. So if you haven't seen any of that, make sure you're sticking around, keeping your ear to the ground, because I'm sure we're going to be doing another one here at some point soon. So if you're interested, hit us up over on Bruno's channel. Let's see where we're at. You do an amazing job, Ori. So fun, amazing. Plus Traders Cat, yes, Donna from Traders Canada. That was another funny thing Bondo just mentioned there too. Rockstar actually wanted to vote out production. There was a moment because Bondo was helping out with stuff, and he was making sure people were getting into the rooms the right way. And Rockstar, like, we bring her into the voting booth. We're, all right, Rockstar, who do you want to vote for? She's like, can I vote for that guy Bondo? He's real quiet. Rockstar was awesome. Rockstar was a lot of fun on that season. She was crushing it. Let's see here. Let's catch up on some of the YouTube chats. Cody and Derek was on Traders with Boston Rob Fire season. I did really like that season. Here's my one thing with the Traders US versus Traders UK, because I actually do like Traders UK just a little bit more. And my big thing is I always like newbies over like reality vets, right? Or even just celebrities, right? Because there's just like it's not as real and raw, because like they know how to be in front of a camera, they know how these things work, so it's just not exactly the same. So I actually like the UK version of Traders just a little bit more, because it's all like random people, like normal civilians who like work in 9-to-5 jobs, you know, trying to do this thing right. So I really kind of like that one. But yeah, Traders is awesome. I do have there's a few things that I would change in Traders. I feel like the shields need a rework, right? Like they should probably protect you at the banishment as well as the murder. But overall, I love the Traders. Traders is awesome. Let's see. Do you watch Australian Survivor since season 1? I haven't watched all of them, but I've watched most of them. I'm trying to think what the first one I watched was. I've seen Luke's season. I know, what was that, like season 3 maybe? I don't know if I've seen season 1 or 2. I think those are the 2 seasons I haven't seen. But the first season I saw was Luke's season. What was it? Challengers and All-Star, or not All-Stars, but like it was Champions versus Challengers, right? Was that the one it was? So I haven't watched since season 1, but I've seen all of them. I know George, Kirby and Ferris are 2 of my favorite players of all time. I love Kirby and Ferris. They were like those frenemies that like they were at odds, but they were working together, and the whole dynamic of that, I thought it was amazing last season. This season's been great too. So if you're still somebody who's watching it and you want to watch the last 4 episodes with us as well, make sure you're checking us out over on Kick as well. Jessica, what's up? Haven't seen you in months. I know. Welcome back. What is up? We're here live on YouTube. And that's the other thing as well. I do plan on having YouTube be more a part of kind of our daily streaming things that we've been doing. For the past few months, we've been live over on Kick and Twitch mostly. Pretty much every Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, we were live on those for Survivor Australia. I kept trying to go live on other days, but then things kept coming up. But I do have, I think, more time coming up this month to do even more things. So be on the lookout here, right? I know you guys are mostly interested in the Big Brother stuff and reality stuff, but we're all like, that's always a part of what we're doing on the streams, right? Like that's always a part of the content we're producing. Even if we're playing games, like one of the big things we've been doing recently is we've been playing this game called Marvel Rivals. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. If you're gamers, you probably have. If you're not, you're probably like, what is this? Marvel Rivals? It's all the superheroes, right? It's Superman. Or not. Yeah, I can say that. Did I just say Superman? Did I just say Superman? It's not Superman. It's not Superman. It's all the Marvel heroes. So Iron Man, Captain America, Thor. Or I'm disowning you. What it was, because I knew I was talking to people that like didn't really know rivals or like Marvel stuff and like didn't really know games at all. Yeah, Laura, we're gonna strike that from the record. We're gonna strike that from the record. But it's all like the Marvel superheroes, and they're in this game. It's like 5-on-5, and you're fighting each other. It's a lot of fun. And we've been playing that over on Twitch. But then what we would do, we would play some of that games, and then we'd go watch an episode of Survivor Australia. We were also doing that with the Traders UK when that was going on. So it's kind of like always a part of what we're doing here is with the reality stuff like that. Even if we're doing other things, we're always going to come back to that. Another thing I would love to do, and I think we could have a lot of fun with it here, because we got a ton of people. We got a ton of people in the chat right now. We could potentially do some games, right? We could do some things like, you guys ever played Jackbox? Jackbox is like a game where I would host it on my end. All you would need to play is your phone. You go onto a website, you sign in, and then boom, you're a part of the game. So we could do things like that. We could do things like even like Among Us or Goose Goose Duck, which are kind of like the traders almost in game form. So there's a lot of things that we can do here on YouTube. We'll be doing them on Kick as well. So I think it's gonna be a good time here, especially now that we got things kind of more integrated over here with Kick and Twitch going at once. Let's see where we're at. Motion denied. You said Superman is Marvel. I'm disappointed in you. I'm disappointed in myself, Bondo. I'm disappointed in myself. I have a big BB casting call this weekend, upcoming weekend. Any pointers? Scott, first off, that's awesome. Second off, here's the best thing I can give you. As far as I know, with the casting calls that they do nowadays, it's not really like the old casting calls where you're even talking to like a person. I think a lot of times you're filming a video. Even still, here's my biggest advice to you. One, throw it all on the line. Be big, be loud, be you turn to 11, right? Like turn that dial all the way up. The other thing, make it about you, right? Like when you're talking about, you know, how you're going to do and what you're going to do, don't be like, I'm going to be the next Dan, or I'm going to be the next Will, or I'm going to be, no, like don't do that, because that's not you. You're going to be the first Scott. You're going to be the guy, right? You're going to be the one to go on in there and take over this game. You're going to tell them how you're going to do it. You're going to, you know, tell them how you are, what your personality is like. Don't leave anything on the table, right? Like put it all on the line and just give it your all. And hopefully we'll be rooting Scott on this season. That's what I'm looking forward to. You're thinking DC rivals, Tony. That's exactly what happened. I was like, how can I explain this to people? It's like superheroes. And then I don't know why Superman popped in my head. I don't know why. But yeah, Scott, good luck. Good luck with that. I hope you get it. I hope you get the call. Bondo's in shambles. You're thinking what I'm thinking. Sonic the Hedgehog. You should go in acting like a Solid Snake. Ooh, great advice, Ori, and thank you all for the good luck wishes. Yeah, Scott, I want to see Scott on my screen this summer. I want to be rooting him on. We will all be rooting on Scott. Listen, Scott, if you end up being terrible, I apologize for anything I might say. But I know you're going to be great, Scott. I know you're going to be great. Now, here's the thing. If Scott ended up being terrible, but he was one of us, we would gaslight people. We'd be like, no. See, here's the thing. This is what Scott actually meant to do here. We would like cover for you, Scott. We'd make sure everything you do looks great. Let's see. Where else are we at on here? Anything I've missed over on the YouTube side? I'm sure there's a ton. One thing is too, guys, especially on the YouTube side, because it gets buried. I'm gonna be honest. There's a lot, and I can't get to everyone. There are things you can do, like super chats, which kind of make yours appear higher in like the thing. I kind of have like a better view on them. I think you can do them for like $1. Like it's super cheap. But you don't have to. I always try and get to as many of the comments as I can. It's just a lot, and I wouldn't be able to get to everybody. But let's try and scroll up and see if we missed any good ones. A lot of people saying hi. Let's see. Russell said Australian Survivor is easier. Take that how you will. I don't believe him. I don't believe him. Here's the thing with Russell. Here's the thing with Russell. I don't believe a lot of things he says. I would say double the amount of time on an island living out in the elements. I don't know how you would ever call that easier, right? Like if you're spending 28 days on an island, or even like back in the day, you know, what was it? Was it like 36 days? You're spending that on an island compared to almost 50 days on an island. I don't know how you could call that easier. Now, like I said, they do give them I think a shit ton, like a lot of rice and beans. They give them so much rice and beans that I can see how that could maybe be considered where it's easier. And they do a lot of good like reward challenges with food and things like that as well. So maybe you could go on that end too. But overall, I would say Australian Survivor is harder. I would say if anything, it would be harder than Survivor US. Actually, you know who will be able to tell us here? Before we get into anything else, let me pull this up for you. Pull this up and share. Because we have a whole cast here for Survivor US versus the world. Now, this is some of the best Survivor Australian players, one of which, if you guys have been watching a certain show on Peacock, you might recognize. Let me switch on over here. All right. This is a banger of a cast, guys. Like, look at this cast right here. Let's just start off with people that you're gonna know right away. You got Tony. You got Sari. You got Parvati. These three alone right here. These three alone right here. You put them on the cast, and you're looking at a hell of a show, right? You've also got some people from other survivors around the world. You got Rob from South Africa. I'm not familiar with South Africa. That's one of the survivors I haven't seen. But he's going to be on. Lisa from New Zealand. Tommy from Finland. And then you have Cassandra from Quebec. Now, these are our Survivor Australian players. First off, George. King George, as you might know him. Here's the thing about George. George has an idol tattooed on his chest. He has an immunity idol tattooed on his chest. George is ridiculous. He's one of the best players on Survivor Australia. And he's going to be a lot of fun to watch. Joni. Also really cool. She's just a ball of chaos. Really good at being like, all right, well, let's think about the numbers here. I'll just flip. We'll do this. We'll do that. We'll change it around. Really good strategy. Really good player. Kirby, one of my absolute favorites from last season of Survivor Australia. She had this kind of like frenemy relationship with this other guy, Ferris. And the two of them were like butting heads the whole time, but also like times working together, but then they would butt heads and then they would have to work together again. And it was great. David. You might know David if you have been watching Deal or No Deal Island over on Peacock. David just won Deal or No Deal Island. He was playing against Parvati. He was playing against Dr. Will. So this was huge. Now, the other thing is, David and Parvati were just on a show together. They just did a show. So not only did they just do a show, they were aligned together. They were partners, right? So that's going to be an interesting dynamic. Here's the other thing with David. This guy, Luke. These two had an alliance on an old season. Luke has been on the Traders, Australia. Luke's fantastic. Luke was, he called himself the People's Champion. So this is going to be fun to have both of them on as well. Janine is a wild one. I'm trying to think who's the best comparison for like a US to Janine. She's like, do you remember that girl who every episode they changed her occupation? Like one time she was an FBI director. The next time she was like a paramedic. The next time she was like a therapist. Then she was some kind of teacher. Like she always had like a new occupation that she went to. She needs like a mix between her and Colleen. Do you remember Colleen, who was like with Malcolm? Or it was Colleen or Denise? Forget her name now. She's kind of like a mix where she's like wild and crazy and like out there, but also like kind of smart. Like she's an interesting one. And then Sarah, I'll be honest, I don't remember Sarah too much. Denise, yes, it was Denise. So Janine, Stin, am I off base on that comparison? She's like a mix between Denise and that crazy lady who had like a bunch of different occupations. She's like right in the middle. She's not like a really great player, but she's also a little bit crazy, but not like super crazy. She's like right in the middle of the two of them. If you could combine the two of them, like the best of both worlds, you maybe get Janine. And then Sarah, I don't remember much of her. Other than that, though, this cast looks crazy. And I believe this is the next season of Survivor Australia, which should be coming sometime in the summer, probably around when Big Brother is going to be airing, I would assume. So I think this is going to be a lot of fun, and I'm really, really excited about this one coming up. Let's see here. Miss anything? Did you hear about the Big Brother season of Amazing Race? I did hear about that. Did we talk about that too? All right, let's take a moment. Let's talk about that here. I'll pull the cast up so we can look at it. I know there's lots of spoilers out there too, for how everybody's doing as far as placement goes. Go to Twitter and get it. I know it's on Twitter. Let's see. Because I have some thoughts about the cast as well. Oh, you know what? We'll talk about this as well. I'll open that in another tab. Oh, and this too. This too will open up. All right. Let's talk about this here for a second. This is the rumored cast, and it's not even rumored at this point. Like we know who got on because all the spoilers are out there and everything. But this is the cast for the new Amazing Race season. It's all Big Brother themed. So and also I have some thoughts here. We'll get into it. The original idea that I heard was Big Brother player and family member friend, right? Like Big Brother player and a partner. Big Brother player and someone, right? Keep that in mind. So let's get into this. First off, you got Chelsea and her dad. Cool to see Chelsea there, winner of 26. Someone who here's my view of Chelsea. I think she was by far the best player on 26. I think she was a really, really good player. I don't know 100% where I rank her. I saw some people trying to say like she's the best of all time or she's like one of the best of all time. She's in the top end, I think. Right? Like I think she deserves a spot like towards like the upper top. I just don't know 100% where exactly, right? I don't know. I had some issues with her game earlier. Like there were times like I was hard on her and people were like, you're always so hard on Chelsea. But I was so hard on her because I saw how good she potentially could be. Right? Like it was one of those things where I'm sometimes harder on the people that I think have more potential than they're showing off. So she's going to be on there. That's going to be cool. Tucker, obviously, you know, Tucker was a lot of fun. He's on there with his twin brother, who I remember there was, I think this photo even was what floated around where people thought maybe Tucker was actually doing the twin twist. And they thought it wasn't always Tucker in there. Rubina also on here. Now, obviously, like instant connection for a team there, a little bit of a alliance there, but also 3 people from the same season right in a row. You know, Rubina and her sister are going to be on. Turner and Megan. Always talked about Megan a lot. Looks like they're fully married now and everything, doing their thing. So yeah, they'll be on. Jag and his brother. I also am one who I think Jag gets a little bit more hate than he deserves. Do I think he's one of the best winners? No. Do I think he did all right on his season? Yeah, I do. Because here's the thing with Jag. He was terrible in the beginning. He was awful. He didn't know anything that he was doing. But what I loved about Jag is he kind of learned to play on the fly. He was like, wait a minute. We can lie. They've been lying to us this whole time. We can do it too. Like, he was like, wait a minute. It was like, I still remember it was like a conversation with him and Matt in the backyard. And I was watching on the feeds and like he's wearing like the chicken suit. And he's like, wait a minute. We can lie too. So like, do I think he's, you know, one of the best winners of all time? No. Do I think he played his season the way that was optimal for him? Yeah. Because you know what? Were the challenges maybe a little bit more physical than they normally were? Maybe. I'd still like to see some stats on that. I'd love to go through the seasons and really put together of like, all right, this comp was clearly like, you know, very mental comp. This one was very clearly a physical comp. This one was, you know, this, right? Whatever. And see the breakdowns from over the seasons. Because I'm not 100% sure his season was any more physical than other seasons. But you know what he did? Oh, the competitions are physical? Well, yeah. Why wouldn't I keep the grandmas, right? Like, why wouldn't I keep the old ladies? Why wouldn't I do that? Like, any one of you in that same situation, if you're going to be in a physical competition, are you going to want to keep the young, you know, people who maybe have a chance of beating you in these competitions? Or do you want to take the 2 people who haven't won really anything all season? Right? And I don't think you can blame him for that. He played the hand he was dealt. Speaking of grandmas. Well, I don't think she's a grandma yet, but I mean... Listen, her daughter over here, I don't know. Maybe she's going to be doing really well after this show here. Because Angela and her daughter on The Amazing Race. I think we're in for some great freakouts here. I also had the question. So when she was on Dr. Phil, one of her daughters lives upstairs, right? And apparently like doesn't talk to her husband. And I want to know, is this the daughter that lives upstairs or is this the daughter that does talk to the dad? Because here was my suggestion. And I know he had checked out the channel during the season. I think he had stopped by a couple of our live streams once. So listen, if they're interested, I think if it's the dad and the daughter who lives upstairs, I think we need a live stream of them too. I think it could be gold where we get them doing some streams while these 2 are away. But if this is the daughter that lives upstairs, then maybe not, right? It's not as interesting. But either way, always fun to see Angela on your screen again. Here's where I got some issues. People. Let's see what the chat's saying. It was a good thing David didn't portray Parvati on Deal or No. That is very true, Gallon. Those 3 teams from the same season will team up. 100% they're going to team up. He was the worst winner since only winner ever voted out. Gallon, I'll push back on that just for a little bit. Just for a little bit. Technically, he was voted out, but everyone knew, well, not everyone. The people who mattered knew about the twist that he was going to be coming back anyway. So here's the thing. Until that happened, he was not the plan to vote out. Jared was pushing back on it, but the plan was blue. So if that twist wasn't revealed, does he get voted out? I'm not 100% sure. It would have been up in the air. And that cast on 25 was so flip-floppy, it could have flipped back to Jag, it could have flipped back to blue like several more times before the actual vote. But I'm not 100% sure that he would have been voted out that season. I'm not 100% sure. Just don't cross Angela or you might get the crazy eyes. That's true. Yes, they knew it. So not worse in reality, just technically worse. I feel you on that, right? It's like a technicality where technically he was voted out. But like when you look at like the actual scenario of it, it's like, oh, well, they really knew he was coming right back in the game. So like, would they have voted him out if they didn't know he was coming right back in? It's hard to say now, but there was a big push for blue because Sari didn't like how close Jared and blue were. She was like, we got to break this up. So it'll be interesting to see. How he does on Amazing Race. Let's see where we're at on YouTube. They tried to say she played the perfect game. Then Big Brother made their official definition of a. That's true too, Stin. Right? Like to me, an official like Cody played the perfect game. She played a very good game. Like she did a no hitter, right? But it wasn't a perfect game. I feel like Andy played a really good game. I agree with that, Jessica. I think Andy's one of the top winners, and he gets a little bit of flack, but I think he was one of the top winners, especially because he's one of the few that played a really good floater game. June played a really good floater game too, but Andy's one of the few who went on to win, right, with June too. But like floaters, it's a good viable strategy, but it gets a bad name. It gets a really bad name. What if they had put Matt Hardman on the cast? Oh boy. Angela struggling on the roadblock. Get the popcorn ready. I feel like Angela is being rewarded for her bad behavior. Maybe, right? Maybe. But the thing is, who hasn't, right? If you go back and look at all of the old seasons of Big Brother, right? Go back and look at Janelle's first season. Go back and look at Janelle's first season, right? Are you then going to hold her to the same standard that you're holding Angela to now? Or not just you, right? Because it's not just you. It's a lot of people do this. And I feel like it's like, I don't know. Like, I feel like, yeah, was she a nice person? No, she was not a nice person. But it was entertaining. It brought a chaos to the game that we hadn't had in a while. Wait, I'm late. Is this an April Fool's joke stream? Hey, Kyle, yes and no. Yes and no. We are talking about a lot of big just news and random things about reality and just things I've been up to in general. But we had a little bit of April Fool's fun with it. But also, this is just kind of more of, hey, I've been neglecting you guys here on YouTube, and I feel like I need to owe it up to you guys. Also, I've been busy doing other stuff that I can't really do on YouTube, but we've been doing them on other things like on Kick. I just saw somebody asking, what is Kick, an app? So Kick is a streaming service just like Twitch. I don't know if you're familiar with Twitch, where people go and they can play games. It's also kind of just like YouTube here, where I can stream and like you guys can join in on the chat. But over on Kick, we've actually been watching the episodes of Survivor Australia. We've been watching the Traders UK. And we're going to have something else that we're going to watch after the new season of Survivor Australia is over in just 2 weeks. We only got 4 more episodes left. So we'll have to find a new show. There's a few options out on the table, but I definitely want your guys' opinions on what you would want to watch too. I have to put together like a poll of a bunch of different options that we could do. But definitely something that we can do. Let's see where we're at here. I enjoyed it on Pluto. Wait, what's going on? Is this an April Fool's thing? Happy. Yeah, it's kind of like Twitch. It's like another streamer thing. And actually, on like the back end of it, right? Like, wasn't at the end of the day, right? Like, it's kind of my job right now. Like, Kick does well. Kick treats us well. I'll say that. Kick takes care of us. Let's see. Team Chaos, Angela, exactly. Ori, what's the new BB27 news, or was it an April Fool's thing? Don't play with me about Big Brother. All right, so we did do like a little April Fool's thing. We were kind of doing like, I was like, listen, guys, you're not gonna believe what they're bringing back, and I said they were gonna bring back the key wheel. Well, that was a little April Fool's thing, and you know, it happened to be that I wanted to get YouTube back up and going, along with kind of the other content that I do. So it was kind of like it's April Fool's Day. Let's make the thumbnail that. But one of the things I do want to do is kind of incorporate YouTube more into the things we're doing. Like I said, we've been watching Survivor Australia. We've been watching Survivor or Traders UK. So there's a lot of fun things we can do over on Kick that we can't fully do on YouTube. And I know there's a lot of people on YouTube who would be interested in some of the things we're doing on Kick. So I wanted to kind of get a little bit of cross promotion kind of a thing going on here, but also give you guys the love and content that you guys enjoy. Cause I honestly feel bad, cause after Big Brother seasons are over, I feel like I abandon you guys on YouTube, and I feel bad about that. It's just that YouTube kind of has different rules. Let's see here. Ori is back. Angela's coming back. Ori is back. I honestly wouldn't hate it. Oh, for Angela, who's coming in, hitting that follow button over on Kick. I appreciate it. Guess what? You might not know this. When you follow over on Kick, you do get a motorboat. There you go. So Monty, it's kick like a K-I-C-K, like kicking a ball, right? So here, if I do this, I think it comes up. It just takes a second, and it will give you a link. But we're just Ori streams over on Kick as well. But it's basically just, you know, another streaming site, just a different place you can be. You can actually see in chat sometimes when people will type on Kick. You'll see the little K next to their name. When they're on YouTube, you got the little play sign next to it. So if you want to follow on there, you're more than welcome to. You don't have to, though. But if you are interested in watching some shows, that's where you're going to want to be. Me and Ori have a secret alliance. I didn't do the secret alliances earlier. Oh, no. I knew I forgot something. Jessica, all those people subscribed on YouTube, and I didn't do like, hey, shush. We now have a secret alliance. I forgot to do that. Yeah, MJF. I got a little MJF action over there. I'm a big fan of MJF. AEW in general, not so much anymore. I was big in AEW when it first started, but they've kind of fallen off a little bit. MJF, though, has always been great. There you go. There's the link in the chat. Botrix just posted kick.com/Ori streams. And you can check it out if you want. I'm ready for Amazing Race. BB Angela is going to call people crazy eyes. 100%. When I turn 21, I will audition for Big Brother every year afterwards. I will be a Big Brother contestant. Look out for Lucas from Michigan. Lucas, that is awesome. I can't wait to cheer you on. When you get on that show, you're going to crush it. And we're going to cheer for you. We are going to 100% have your back in this chat, Lucas. We will be saying like he's top 3. He's a top 3 player of all time. Even if you're bad, listen. Even if you're bad, we'll cover for you. We'll say no. He didn't mean that. This is what he was actually trying to do. This is what he's actually doing. I won't be like Quinn. Listen, even if you're like Quinn, we'll cheer you on. We'll cheer you on. I was gonna say something, but I probably shouldn't. This is one of the, you guys know, every so often there's like times where like something will come up and it's like I could say something, but I probably shouldn't. There you go. Laura already says Luka for America's favorite player. Lucas for America's favorite player. We're doing it. We'll do it. But yeah, we're having a lot of fun. Let's get back into this amazing race cast, because here's the thing. This is where I have a bit of an issue. And I want to know your guys' thoughts on this too. We've got Taylor and Kyland. First off, I guess they've been dating. Didn't know that was a thing. Good for them. Awesome. But if you notice something, BB player, right? They're dating, I guess. Okay, cool. But BB player and BB player. BB player family member. BB player family member. BB player wife, right? Family member. BB player family member. BB player family member. BB player family member. Player family. Player family. Player family. Player family. Player family. Player family. Player player. Like why? Like I get it. They're dating. Right, yeah, like wife counts. I hesitated for a second, but like wife counts as family, right? Like wife counts as family after. If wife is family before, no. Wife family after, not wife family before. That is the distinction. But I don't have any issue with either one of them being on the cast. Either one of them being on the cast, I have no issue. But together, I don't know. I feel like it starts to kind of break the whole concept, right? Because if this is what we were doing, all right, then why didn't we just get, Jeff and Jordan, Rachel and Brendan, get all the people back. Get Danny and Dom, right? Get everybody on back. But instead, we get family player, player. Which I don't know. Like, to me, it's like, there's another one there. I don't have as much of an issue with it, but there's still, it's like a little bit of like, because also, I'll tell you, if they could have done this, the other team that I'm going to talk about probably would have done this. So let's go a little deeper. We got Izzy. Here's the thing. I actually thought Izzy was one of the big reasons why the BB25 feeds for the first half were amazing. Izzy was live feed gold. She was amazing to watch because she was freaking out all the time, like, flip-flopping, and she was great. So Izzy and Paige, that'll be fun to see them do that. Cerie's daughter over here. They say closest ally, but this is her daughter. This is not what is that? Glacier? Is that how you would say that last name? That's not her last name. That's not her last name. It's Fields. This is Izzy Fields over here. All right. So Izzy and Paige, they're gonna be on. That's gonna be fun. I would think Tucker and Rubina would be a team, right? Like, why wouldn't Tucker and Rubina be a team? If they're allowed to do the teams of player and player, why wouldn't Tucker and Rubina be a team? Right? I'm interested on how that's gonna go. I just started watching what's going on here. Oh, we're in deep. Have you heard the big news? All right, I might have done a little bit of April Fools, but we're here chatting. How you doing, Melina? It's been a while. It's been a while since we've been here on YouTube, but we're back. We're back on here. I've been neglecting you guys, and I apologize. But right now we're talking about the new season of The Amazing Race, which, Melina, I don't know if you know, it's currently filming right now. It is a Big Brother themed season. So all of the teams have at least one Big Brother player on it. One of the teams has 2, and I don't know. I feel weird about that. Well, technically, it's following the trend of family players, sorta. Sort of. But are they family if they're just dating? Like, they're not married, right? They're not married, right? So, like, I don't know. I don't know. It just, I feel like like the whole concept when I originally heard it was BB and family, right? And if you're doing BB and family, you're dating someone, they're not family yet. They're not family yet. And as we established, if they're family before, they can't be wife after. All right? We've established that. If you're family before, you can't be wife after. You're family after wife, right? Not before wife. Taylor has more pull, and that's the thing, Kara. It feels like special privilege for her, where she was like, "Oh yeah, I'll do it, but I got to bring him." Right? And it's like, I get it. I don't love it though. I don't love it. So happy we didn't get Jared. I think Izzy should have stayed in BB25 to have that wild card that's had Cerie's secret on her about a family. Imagine if Cerie made Izzy mad, right? Like that was the thing I was waiting for the entire season. I was waiting for Izzy to turn on him, but we never got it. And she never really had necessarily a reason to until like the very end. And then at the very end, even if she like revealed that, I don't know how much that would have really helped her. You know, like it was like, I like Tucker and Rabina. They're together, but they are doing family player, right? Like that's my thing, right? It's like, I don't know. Right? How long do you need to date before you become family, sorta? Actually, I think you're onto that with like 10 years. I think that's kind of when it becomes like common law, right? Like if you lived with someone for like 10 years, I think it becomes like common law marriage. I think. It might be different in different states. I'm not sure. But definitely longer than they've been dating. I'll tell you that. Worst winner ever. Less weight than Lakers. Less weight than the Lakers bubble chip. Yeah, Stan, you know, I'll give you that. I really don't think it was a strong win. I really don't. I think, like we were talking about Chelsea earlier, Chelsea's in the top half of the winners, right? Chelsea's up there. Taylor's in the bottom half. I got to be honest. Taylor's in the bottom half of the winners. And like, look, there's good winners that are in the bottom half too, right? There's good players. I don't think she's necessarily one of them. I'm just saying. Let's move on. Natalie's going to be on with her sister as well. So again, player family, right? Player family. Joseph and his brother, player family. Now, here's where you had some alternates as well. I believe Hannah actually was fully on the show. Like, I think she got on. And I'm not 100% sure about Corey and Zach. I don't know if they were alternates or not. I know there's like spoilers out there for like how the season actually went. But I didn't look into those that much. But I know Hannah, I think, has like officially been on. So Hannah and her sister, Corey and Zach, his brother. Here's the deal. This is another one where not as much issue because it's BB player and player of another show, right? Where it's like it's family, and he wasn't on Big Brother, Zach, right? So kind of fits more with the rules than the Taylor and Kyland one, but also where it's like I kind of get where it's like, all right, now we're starting to blur the lines a little bit, right? Like a little bit. And then another one that was confirmed was Kat, and then Enzo. This one says he's on, but there we go. You'll see Enzo. But Kat and her boyfriend, husband, I forget. They're just dating or what, but they're going to be on. And then you also have Enzo and his brother. Oh yeah, here. Hannah and Simon made it. I don't know about Corey and Zach. I think they were like the alternates, right? But also, here's the other thing too. Corey and Zach, right? Perfectly fine pairing. But also, if we're gonna let Taylor and Kylan go, why wouldn't Corey and America go? Right? Why wouldn't they do that? I don't know. I don't know. Would they have let Corey and America go? I don't know. I don't know. They didn't really even acknowledge their showmance on the entire season. So I don't know. I don't know. These are just questions I have. And it's a little bit of an issue that I have with this team and this pairing. Like, I don't know why they're letting two BB players be on the same team when the whole idea was BB and family. BB and somebody else. So to me, that kind of feels a little bit weird. I don't know how I feel about that. But this is the cast. So this is filming right now. There's already spoilers out there, so if you go and look them up, you can find out like people who have been eliminated, because like there's literally like there's like paparazzi following these people. Like they're out in like other countries, like running through the streets, and they like people are snapping pictures, right? Like they're getting all the info of what teams are still in, what teams aren't. I don't really bother looking into that kind of stuff. Like you can get spoilers for the challenge before they come out too. But I don't look into that kind of stuff, because it's like if I'm going to watch the show, I'd rather kind of watch it without the spoilers, right? Like I kind of want to know what happens as I'm watching it, right? Except with Big Brother. Like if I know something's happened on Big Brother, I don't need to watch it, right? It's just the live feed, right? I'll still watch the episode, but it's a little different. Let's see where we're at here with some of the chats. It's like when Michael Jordan called his shot and kept Isaiah Thomas off Dream Team. Choice was between M-Day and Isaiah, right? It could be like a thing where, you know, like it's Jordan, right? Like it's Taylor, right? Like Taylor gets a little bit of extra, you know, favoritism. I don't think it's necessarily fair, but it is what it is. Apparently not. Taylor and Idiot are a few months. Oh, only a few months. Insufferable. Or it was I saw that one. Went twice. Let's see here. Taylor has more pull. Loved Izzy. You know who I'd like to return for a full BB? Hot take maybe. It's Frankie Grande. That is a bit of a hot take. I'm not gonna lie. That is a bit of a hot take. But I don't think I like if they did an all-star season, I think people would hate it. But I think you need that. I think you need those characters that people aren't gonna like, right? You need the antagonist, right? Plus, Frankie's really good at competitions. He even showed it on reindeer games. Like he's pretty good at competition still. He's also not terrible strategically, right? He's just obnoxious. He's too much sometimes. But I honestly don't think Frankie was that bad of a player. I don't. I think he's a little unaware. Like he lacks a little self-awareness, right, on how he comes off and how he portrays himself. But I still think it was kind of fun. I think he's an interesting character, right? Exactly. Yeah, he's a good villain, right? Do we need Joseph? I'd rather have Hannah. Well, Hannah got on as well, so Joseph got on as well, I think. But yeah, do we need Joseph? I don't know, because he's not the 25-year-old attorney anymore, right? He's got to be what, 26, 27 now? Let's see what's going on. What's the news? Huge news. We had huge news in the Big Brother world. Huge news. It was a little April Fool's, but huge news in the fact that we're here live on YouTube. And some other cool stuff's been going on, right? We've been watching reality shows on other sites, and I kind of wanted to let you guys know about this stuff that we've been doing on the other sites as well, especially over on Kick. And I think one of the things is I think I might just in general kind of, for now, kind of dump Twitch. Only because it's really kind of dead for the most part. Like there's usually not a lot of people there. The ads are always, I think, really obnoxious on Twitch as opposed to like Kick or YouTube. I feel like they're usually a lot more manageable on the other sites. At least that's what I hear. Nobody complains as much over on YouTube. That's the big thing. Over on Twitch, it's like, oh no, it's an ad again. It's like, I know, I'm sorry, I can't control it. So I think like that's kind of a thing. But just in general, I also wanted to stop neglecting you guys over here on YouTube, and I felt like I was doing that a lot recently. Let's see where we're at. Frankie and Ariana. If they somehow got Ariana to agree to do a show, yeah, I'd be down. I'd be down. I still can't get over the fact that BB casted Red, Blue, and American the same season. I mean, we won 2-1 again, almost rigged against him pretty much. Oh yeah, that one veto comp. Not mad at Frankie coming back, right? I don't think I would be mad at it, right? I'd be like, oh god, here's Frankie, but I'd be kind of excited for it, right? As long as Nicole A or Nicole F isn't on my screen, I'm fine. Jessica, I'm with you on that one too. I did see a thing though recently. Was it something about Nicole A? I thought I saw a thing recently where she was rumored for something, but I forget what it was. Hey guys, what I missed? I finally got Discord. Let's go, Stephanie. Well, you haven't missed too much. We've just been kind of chatting and chilling. It's kind of like a fun, like, welcome back stream to YouTube since we haven't been here for quite a bit. But glad that you're on Discord. Yeah, we do have a Discord here. I'm going to post the socials link as well. And I think that should bring up like everything that I have. It takes a second. But that'll give you links to the Kick. It'll give you links to my Twitter, to Discord, all the things that you can check out. If you want to support the Ori Fund, you can support the Ori Fund, all kinds of good stuff. But yeah, we've been kind of chilling and chatting. There you go. There's all the links. You got stuff for the Ori Fund. You got the Twitch on there, Kick's on there, Twitter's on there. Oh, I think I might have to redo that. It looks like the Kick one isn't clickable. But you got the Twitter on there, Discord links on there as well. Actually, yeah, the Twitter link doesn't look like it's clickable either. I'll have to fix all that. But yeah, it's gonna be it's a thing. It's a thing. We wanted to get YouTube more involved. Because like I said, I feel bad when I kind of just neglected you guys, right? Like Big Brother season ends and then it's just like, all right, see you later next summer, you know? And like I try and like I said, I have a couple of videos that I had edited and like put together, and I went to upload them to YouTube, and then it was like, oh no, we don't like this, copyright. And I was like, so I got to work on some stuff here, and I want to get you guys more involved with things as well. I am so excited. Yeah, I'm excited too for Big Brother. We're really close too. Like, it's not far away. It's right around the corner. And I'm excited for it to come. The other one teamed up with Cliff. What was that? For Otter. Oh yeah, Nicole A. Yeah, she was on BB27. Oh, and that is not Nicole Anthony that we want. Big Brother. Oh, I guess she has a different last name now as well. So I guess are they both Nicole F's now? They're both Nicole F's? Actually, wait, wouldn't Franzel also not have F either? Wouldn't she have what's his name's last name? Maybe that'd be a thing. But this was Nicole Anthony. This was Nicole Anthony, which again, I think she was rumored for something else recently, but I forget exactly what it was. Also, speaking of Cliff, Cara, I don't know if you were here earlier. We were actually talking about Cliff. Because one of the other things we've been doing since the season ended was we've been having a lot of fun over on another community that I'm a part of with my good buddy Bruno. Now, you guys might know Bruno from things like Big Brother Canada Season 3, or maybe Big Brother Canada Season 5. He's also known as Capone Gaming over on Twitch and Kick. And one of the things we've been doing is I've been helping to run these orgs. If you don't know what an org is, it's an online reality game. And one of the ones we did recently had Cliff playing in the org. It also had Jessica Milagros from that same season. It also had Rockstar from BB20 playing in that game. And not only that, if you wanted to get involved in these, all you got to do is come on over and let us know on the Capone Gaming channel. If you come say, hey, I want to be part of an org, we'll get you in an org. So if you want to be a part of that, come on out and do it. They've been a lot of fun. Gallon, who you'll see sometimes in the Kick chat on screen, he is actually one of the winners of our orgs. So it's really cool. Does the link say expired? Let me grab a new one and just post it up in chat. Edit. No limit. And copy. Here we go. Let me post that. Oh, that didn't work. Hold on. I'm in streamer mode. That's why. Invite. Edit. Never. Copy. There we go. That link should get you into the Discord. And if you want to join up on the Discord, you're more than welcome. Morrow! What up, Morrow?
What's up, Big Pimpin'?
What's up, Big Pimpin'? How you doing? You have questions? You have questions? New phone, who dis? Ori, you missed us, didn't you? I did, Norma. Norma, you don't know how much I did miss you. And that was the thing. I always felt bad because it was like, what can I do to like get you guys more involved? But a lot of the stuff I was doing didn't feel like it belonged on YouTube. Like it not necessarily that it didn't feel like, I know YouTube doesn't like when I put it on there. So it was like one of those things where it was like, Frankie would be a good villain. Frankie was another pretty messed up, but oh yeah, he got messed up by the rewind week. That was a big twist that took him out. 100%. Let's see where we're at here. We missed you on YouTube, Ori. Well, thank you, Vlogmas. I appreciate that. Let's see. Oh no, if you click on it, it says something went wrong for Discord. So happy you're back. So let me know if that Discord link I posted here. Let me know. I'll post it a couple more times. Let me know if that works. And I'll fix up the command later on after the stream. Let's see. I'm out of the loop and just got on. Are these returnees? So they're not going to be on BB27. They're not going to be on BB27. These are for The Amazing Race season 38, which is actually filming right now. And all of these people are going to be on it. So Chelsea and her dad. We've got Tucker and her brother. Rubina and her sister. Turner and Megan, his wife. We've got Jag and his brother. And Angela and her and her sister. Angela would love that compliment. Angela would be like, okay, we're sister. Angela and her daughter. This one where it's like I just got a little bit of issues because it's supposed to be BB and family, but we got BB and BB here with Taylor and Kyland, Izzy and her partner, Natalie and her sister. We've got Joseph and his brother. This was an alternate with Corey and Zach. I don't think they're actually on it, but they were an alternate. Also, slight issue with Zach being like a Survivor player, but it fits the family thing. And then Hannah and her sister were actually like they made it to the show. And then I think Kat Dunn and her boyfriend, or I don't know if it's her husband or not. Oh, dating. Yeah, it says dating. They're on it, as well as Enzo and his brother. So these are all people that are on for the new season of The Amazing Race, which will probably end up airing towards the end of the Big Brother season. I would guess probably sometime in September. I would say October, maybe. Let's see. Says links expired. I would love to see Rockstar on Amazing Race. She would do great. That's the other thing too, Kara. Rockstar in that org I was talking about. Oh my god, she was so much fun. She was so much fun. She was great. I'm excited about this year. Thank you. I am too, Stephanie. I think it's gonna be a good year. It worked. You're added. Perfect. It worked. Thank you. I'm here for BB family on it. Love it, Stephanie. I love it. Hi all, I'm back. I missed some of this chat. I missed you guys all too. And I always felt like bad that I kind of like abandoned you guys after the summer's over. So we're gonna change it. We're gonna change it. Wait, is it your Discord? The link seems to be for Ori's house. Yes. Right? Is that the right one? Did I do the right one? I think I did the right one. Right? I'm going to click it. I'm going to click it. I'm going to click the link. Yeah, that's the right one. Right? Yeah. 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 Yeah, I did abandon you guys. I felt so bad. So it's why I wanna make sure that I get you guys involved. Wait, orgs? I'm excluded from channels or something? No, Maro. You shouldn't be. So there's no orgs in my Discord. Usually when we're doing these, we're usually doing them in my buddy Bruno's Discord. So if you want to get involved, you really gotta come on over to his channel, and we'll get you into those. But what I've been doing is kind of running it, right? Like I'll create all the competitions. I come up with the twists. I come up with the whole schedule of how we're gonna run everything. And then while it's all running, I kind of get everything moving. I'm kind of the host of it. You know what I'll do? You know what I can do? Let me see. See if I can pull this up for you. And we can kind of show off a little what we were doing. Because the whole thing is actually posted on YouTube. Put this over here and I'll share it with you guys. So this is actually
okay.
The full video. It's like 5 hours long. This is the full game. It was edited down and all kinds of stuff. Who's that coming on in, hitting that sub button? Guess what? We now have a secret alliance. Shh. Don't tell anybody. But we now have a secret alliance. So this is kind of how everything was going. So you can see we got Rockstar, Cliff, this is Brandon, he's one of the people who was playing in the game. Clinton, Fan Dude, another one of the players in the game. Gallon, you guys see Gallon in the chat? This is him. He is one of the winners of one of our orgs. This is Donna. She played on the Traders Canada. Raccoon, another one of the people who played in it. Jessica Milagros from BB27. This is Bruno. It's his stream that we run this all on. And he's kind of the one who kind of really handles the casting side of it, right? He takes care of making sure which players are going to be on and not, right? So he handles the casting side. I kind of handle the competitions and stuff like that. We had Kiefer from BBCan 9. This is Maydeen. He was a really fun player as well. Oh, who is this? Rise? Rise. That was his name. He was one of the people who played along with us. And then I'm blanking on her name now. What was her name? Oh, I'm blanking. Why can't I remember her name? They introduced themselves in here and stuff. Sophia. Yeah, Sophia. Sophia's a beast. Listen, if you guys end up watching this, here, I'll even for you guys, I'll post this up in the YouTube chat. If you guys want to check this out later and check out the whole thing. We also had Jennifer, and then here's myself. I was just doing the whole hosting gig. But I want to take you guys to like one of the first competitions. There's like a good one that we can go to. That was the pantry. All right, yeah. We'll do the USO. So this was an endurance competition we did. And I think I
You can
explained
stay
it.
seated. Yeah, face it.
There you go.
Oh, this is how it's gonna work. You're gonna put your
My
hand
goodness.
out in front of you
I don't know
like
if you
this.
guys can hear that or not.
Right?
Right?
Can't see your hands.
Put your hands
Wait.
where?
So you had to
Out
put
in
your
front of you,
hands
just
out in
kinda
front
Right,
of
you
you,
fucking see him.
straight like
Kinda
this.
right?
You know, towards the
And how it's
camera.
gonna work is you guys are gonna yeet. If you want to listen to the music to go along with the yeeting, you can do that too. But you're gonna yeet.
What is?
You're gonna yeet. Up and
Hands
down.
up, hands down. And
Up
then
and down.
they had to do this.
I had a
Whoever
really
the last
important
one
question.
was,
We're
who
gonna
had
have
their
everybody
hands
start
still
at the same
moving up and
time. Like,
down,
this doesn't count. Like,
ended
this is
up
how it's
being
gonna go.
the winner
And your arms
of the
can't-
org. So like we'll kind of skip
an
through a
exec-
little bit here when they're full screen. So here they are. They're all doing their hands up and down over and over. Whoever was the last one still doing it ended up being the winner of this competition. So it's just like a bunch of people all hanging out in Discord, and then we'll break out and you get to strategize. Like, here, let me just show you like randomly. Like, here's just like when they broke into
I think we ought to
teams.
give Roz a chance. He's quiet.
Did anybody have a chance to talk to the HOH? Has anybody talked to Raccoon?
He said he's good with either. He said
Got
he
it.
doesn't have a pick.
There
He's
wasn't a
like,
target.
yeah, he said he just put up the two people.
So like, as you see, it's basically like you're playing a game of Big Brother. You have like all these different rooms you can go into. So there will be like the living room or the bedroom or the backyard. And you can go have conversations with other people that are playing in the game. Just like if you were playing in Big Brother and you were like, hey, let's go to the bedroom real quick. We need to have a convo. And you can go have those convos with people in the game. People are going to become an HOH. They're going to have to nominate people. And then you're going to have conversations on who you want to vote out. So it's really kind of a fun time. And it's one night that we usually do it. It'll go from like a few hours, right? It's a long kind of a night, but it's a fun night. And like I said, the last one that we did had a bunch of reality people in it too, so it was a lot of fun. Kiefer's been in a couple of them already, actually. Like, this wasn't Kiefer's first one that he did. And there's a lot of names. I won't even name them. I won't even name them because I've had conversations with Bruno's about some of the people he's talked to about this. I don't even want to tell you because you guys would be blown away. You'd be like, get out of here. You'd be not a chance. You would say, no way. And it happens. It happens. So it's a good time if you're interested in stuff like that. Check out Bruno's channel. In fact, what we're going to be doing in a few more minutes here, we're going to end up raiding out to Bruno on Kick. We can't really do that on YouTube. I'll post the link to his channel when we're raiding on out. So you can't really do that on YouTube, but I'll give you the link so you guys could check him out too. And if you're interested in getting in on one of these, let us know. Let us know, because I think we're gonna eventually do one soon. I don't know exactly when. We got to figure out a day, but it's fun. His alliance with everyone, be warned. Listen, Jessica, I'll also tell you, I'm a little evil. I'm a little evil when I'm running these games. I try and come up with some really messed up twists. I try and make you really think about what you're doing. You are not. Listen, when I'm running the game, I am. When I'm running the game, I am. Let's see. Where are we at here with some of the chat? Yeah, Jackie. We had Jackie from Beast Games. I don't know if anybody watched Beast Games on Amazon with Mr. Beast. But Jackie was one of the players on Beast Games. And she came and she played with us. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, Bruno from BB. Let's see. Remember, I'm 60 years old. Gallon, you're one of the best that we've had on the orgs. You're a winner, Gallon. You're one of the people that when like you show up on the cast, they're like, oh shit, Gallon's here. Like, we gotta watch out for him. Let's see, where are we here? It's about the length of some live feeds, waits on. Yeah, you know what, Gallon? That's honestly, that might be like a good like time too when we went to do some of these orgs is like during the season where it's like, oh yeah, it's gonna be down. Like we know like the feeds are gonna be down for a little bit. Like, come on, let's hang out, right? I think that could be a really good idea. A young man. Yeah, Gallon, you are a young man though. You have a young soul. They are a ton of fun. Absolutely a ton of fun. What are you guys saying on YouTube? So excited with this amazing race. I was already here. We feel orphaned. Oh no, Kara. It's all good, Ori. I will just stay on YouTube to follow you. No problem. No problem. That's the beauty too of being on multiple platforms. You can choose where you want to go. If you want to hang out here, you can hang out here. If you want to hang out on Kick, you can hang out on Kick. And it's also one of the things I want to try and set up too, where maybe we can do some of the watch parties also on YouTube. I have an idea on how I can do it. We're going to need to test some things along the way. But this was also kind of a first initial test to make sure that I could get both of them running at the same time. The other thing that I've kind of noticed, and I don't know, maybe it's just what it is, right? For my Kick people, you would know we had a few technical difficulties with Twitch and Kick. I haven't noticed that as much on here. Let me know what you guys are thinking. I think everything's been running pretty smooth. He has an alliance with everyone. Do you need some appy stuff? Actually, so Bondo, they're not Bondo, Maro. I actually do have another thing that I've maybe been talking with Bruno about that I will need to talk to you about. Because this is like a big, like, this is like not even just org related. This is like big time stuff. This is like potentially could be like huge. And we've kind of had similar conversations before. So I think a lot of it is things that you would be able to do. But I don't know how hard it will be. We'll have to have that conversation. Because one of those things, like, I don't want to put a lot out there. I don't want to put a lot out there of like this idea. Because one, like, I don't want to get people's hopes up, right? But also, it could be cool. It could be really, really cool. He has an alliance with everyone's. You should make edits. I have ideas. Let's chat. We do have to chat soon. I have made some edits. I have to get my edits to the point where YouTube doesn't copyright them. I think I just need to use like shorter and shorter clips, and I think I can get it in there. But it's just it's a pain. Like there's always like at least like a couple of them that it pops, and it's like, oh, I gotta re-edit this whole thing that took me hours to do. And anybody who's done editing like knows, like once you have an edit done, it's really hard to like go and be like, oh yeah, let me just change out this clip. Because sometimes you have like sound cues and like music that goes along with the stuff, and it's like you just can't like just edit something and just change the music like that, because sometimes you have things that like go along with stuff, and it's a pain. It's a pain. Because I don't want to just do like basic ass stuff, you know? Like I want to put out like good content, like good stuff that you would be interested in watching. And I think I've done that. YouTube just doesn't like when I do it. That's my issue. I vote to a victory. Oh no. Ori is the HOH. Otter was here earlier. I have power, so I'm HOH and I'm voting him out. Is that Enzo in the top right corner? Top right corner. Oh, this one? Gallon? No. This is Gallon. Gallon's actually over on the Kick chat. Or if you meant this one, that's Cliff. That's Cliff. Or if you meant this, because I could see where you could confuse him for Enzo. This is Bruno from BB Can 3 and 5. He's kind of the one who hosts the actual like show of the org and like you know, streams everything, and then we have it on his YouTube channel. But he's also the one who kind of handles a lot of the casting, making sure like who's actually on the cast, and then I'll put all like the other stuff together. Let's see here. Also, Enzo, by the way, will be on the Amazing Race Big Brother themed season. Or you forgot your alliance you have with us. Do better. I know I got to do better, Norma. I have to do better. Was that last summer with Ainsley in the fish tank? Yes, that was last summer with Ainsley in the fish tank. That was, yeah. Actually, you know what, Laura? Speaking of Enzo, right? There's a funny moment that happened with Bruno back in the day. He was doing these Among Us streams, and he had Enzo on there playing Among Us with him, and he had no clue what he was doing. What's a task, yo? He has the connections 100%, Gallon, right? Like Bruno knows everybody. Like there's almost no one that Bruno hasn't talked to in the Big Brother reality kind of realm. He gets around in that area. He's got a lot of friends, and we're able to put on some fun stuff. So if you want to be involved, all you got to do is come on over to Bruno's channel. Let us know that you want to be involved in the orgs, and we can get you in there. Oh, couple of other things. I pulled this up as I was looking for the cast for the Amazing Race Canada. We were talking about Traders UK. This was a thing that was announced a while ago, but there will be a 4th season of the Trader UK. But there's also going to be a Celebrity Traders UK, which is going to premiere sometime in the fall and the autumn on the BBC. And so that's going to be coming this summer, right? Like right towards the end of Big Brother, we'll have something kind of cool to look forward to. Traders UK 4 will be early 2026. So think like maybe February, January, February, around when the new Traders will be coming out. But Traders UK was another thing that we were watching over on Kick, and Traders UK 4, we will definitely be watching over on Kick, probably even the celebrity version as well. So if you're interested in those, I highly recommend it. And I really like the UK version more than the US version or the civilian version, right? Like I like when there's newbies. I like when there's people who haven't played these type of games before. I like when there's people who are figuring it out on the fly, who aren't perfect, who don't know that like, oh, it's a game show, so I can kind of play meta and do this kind of stuff, right? Like, I like people finding stuff out on the fly. And even, like, I like when there's, like, super fans who know the meta, but, like, they don't know what they're really doing, right? Like, just because you know how the game works and just because you've watched it, right? Like, for example, myself included, throw me into Big Brother, I don't know how I do. I really don't. I don't think nobody really does. You can have an idea. You could think about how it would be, but you really don't know until you've done it, right? So that's why I do like the newbies more than the reality people. I think it comes off more authentic. So I really like the Traders UK. So I'm excited for that kind of stuff. But the fact that they're doing a celebrity season is cool because it just means more traders, right? Like, why wouldn't we be interested in just another new season of Traders? Here's where it will also be interesting too, because it will be Celebrity Traders UK. We're not going to know many of them. Like, I'm going to be honest with you. If you've ever watched the Celebrity Big Brother in the UK, which it's not the same Big Brother, it's just not. If you've ever watched that, most of the people, I'm like, who the hell are these guys? Every so often, they'll get like one big name that will do it from the US. So I'm interested to see who they get, and I think it would be fun, and I think it would be just as good as the US Traders version. The other thing I pulled up while I was looking for that was this show. And I gotta tell you, there's something kind of fun about this show. Have you guys seen $1 Million Secret? It was on Netflix, debuted at number 3 on Netflix just a couple of days ago with 3.7 million viewers, 9.5 million hours viewed in the first 3 episodes. So there's 3 episodes of this show out. No, you haven't seen this. Let's see. Also, I think I've missed some stuff before we really get into it. Shocking. Big news for BB27, Ori. What's going on? Lots of stuff, Just Jelly. Lots of stuff. Honestly, it was a little bit of an April Fool's, but we were talking a lot of Big Brother stuff. We were talking about a lot of reality stuff going on. The big thing is I wanted to get YouTube back up and running and get you guys more involved because I feel bad that I neglect you guys as much as I do. Let's see. Where else were we? I would rather have you on the show and watch you get voted out right away. Jessica, that would be the honestly. I'm not like here's the other thing too, actually. I think hear me out. Hear me out. I actually believe this like wholeheartedly. And I don't know. They might try and do something, but what are they gonna do? Right? I think if I were on the show for 1 week and voted out that first week, it would be huge for my channel, because then going forward, we would have daily live feed updates for the rest of the season. And I'm telling you, that's when things would go crazy. That's when things would go crazy. That's when I think it would be a lot of fun. That might be better. I'm not even kidding. Going on the show and being voted out week 1 and coming and doing live feed updates, I'm not even kidding. That might be better for me than if I stayed and won the show. I'm not even kidding. There's a chance that would work out better to go on, get voted out week 1, do the live feed updates, than going on the goddamn show and winning. And as crazy as that sounds, I think it could. Start applying. Just saw him finish 3 episodes. Can't wait. It's like The Trader. Yes. So this show, $1 Million Secret, is a lot like The Traders. It's kind of similar. And we'll talk about it here a little bit more in a second. I would rather have you. What do you think the theme of next season will be? I like how BB25 was superhero theme. BB26 had like the AI theme. Yeah, I don't know what it will be for this year. That's a good question. I just hope my biggest thing for BB27 that I'm hoping for is another big like mid-season twist, right? Like we had Dire Fest, we've had the Zombie Week, and we've had the Janky World, right? Zombie Week was terrible because it really just was like a nothing week, right? It just was kind of like, oh, everything that happened last week didn't really count. So that one was kind of a fail, right? Dire Fest, I liked the concept of it. My one issue with Dire Fest was when they split the houses, they let them kind of gamify it and pick who was going where, right? Just let it be a random draw and split the houses. And I think that would be fun. And then Janky World, I think wasn't enough, right? Like it was fun for like a little bit. And then eventually it was like, all right, this is just kind of torture for them. And it did shake up the game a little bit, right? Because it kind of allowed for some different things to happen and for conversations to come out and for things to be revealed that normally wouldn't have been revealed just because of the way it was all set up. But in general, I like those mid-season shakeups because it breaks the meta. The meta of Big Brother, get an alliance of like 6 or more people, right? The 6 is kind of the perfect number, right? Get an alliance, right? Where you have the numbers, ride that out through the season, and then go from there, right? And when you have these big alliances, they choke the game, and it just is what it is, right? You end up with these kind of a steamroll unless the other side of the house doesn't actually form together and there's no flipping or whatever, right? But with these big mid-season shakeups, you kind of go and say, hey, guess what? That big alliance you have, you might be half and half, right? You might not have the numbers anymore when you do like the split houses and stuff. So I like those ideas of that mid-season twist that's like the big alliance buster, that thing to kind of break it up. Because one of the things I do think that Big Brother is missing is we haven't evolved the game to kind of keep people on their toes enough, right? Like even the AI arena and stuff, like you can work around that. You can change it, right? But like those big mid-season shakeups, those are things that can kind of bust open a game and change things up. Almost like a tribe swap or a merge in Survivor. It's kind of like a similar idea where it's like, oh yeah, whatever you thought the game dynamics were, let's change it up. Let's make it different. And I hope they bring something like that back. Let's see where we're at here. $1 Million Secret's so good. You've seen it. We almost started it. I'm telling you guys, give it a watch. Give it a watch. I would vote you for AFP. We would all revolt. Ori, glad to have caught you live chatting BB. It's almost that time. I liked how the comps worked last season. With the extra comp, I kind of liked it too. Like the battle back almost. I liked it for a shorter time. I think it overstayed its welcome by like maybe 2 weeks. I would have liked it if it was a little bit shorter in just the beginning of the season. And also I do worry that the only reason we liked it is because we liked that Tucker was winning, right? Like if Tucker wasn't winning and it was like somebody else like was winning and we didn't like that, I don't think the fandom would have liked it as much. So I think it turned out well that people might want more of it, and I get worried that it might be too much. It might be too much. Split House could be cooler. Love the AI Arena. Ori for AIP. No more AI Arena. I like how the Battlestar Galactica board game, you can become a Cylon mid-game. Ooh. See, that's kind of cool. See, I like that kind of stuff, right? Where all of a sudden you have like what is the dynamic of the game completely changes. Very predictable, 100%. All right, we are going to be wrapping things up here. But before we do, I just wanted to quickly mention $1 Million Secret. If you haven't watched it, highly recommend you check it out. It's kind of like The Traders. One person is given $1 million in their room, and they're the only one that knows who it is. It's the goal of everybody else to figure out who has the $1 million. They have to do like little like tasks and stuff like that, and then eventually they vote on who it is. The other thing is, though, they get clues on who the millionaire is, and the millionaire can potentially move the $1 million to somebody else to kind of take it away from them so they don't have to worry about it anymore. So there's a lot of really interesting things. I think there's 3 episodes out already. Maybe we've seen them all. I don't even remember if I've seen them all or just 2. Either way, there's episodes out on Netflix. Highly recommend you go check them out. If you also want to see them, we've been watching them with my buddy Bruno over on Kick. So if you want to check those out, maybe you should go check out my buddy Bruno as well, because he has been streaming the show on Kick. Speaking of, we are wrapping things up for the night, and I just want to say thank you so much for each and every one of you for coming on out and joining me here. All of you guys over on Kick, thank you so much. All of you guys on YouTube, it's been so good to see you again. We're not going to be live tomorrow. Wednesdays, I've been taking off. I know U.S. Survivor's on. A lot of people are wanting to watch U.S. Survivor. So I'm not going to be live tomorrow. Wednesdays are kind of been our off days. I'm going to try and see if I can go live on Thursday and Friday. We may even end up just playing a few games here over here on the channel. But I'm sure we'll be chatting about Big Brother and anything else you guys want to talk about too. Like, that's the real thing, is this is a place where we can hang out, talk, and really just have a lot of fun, especially as we're getting ready for the new season. So I'm going to be raiding on out on Kick. If you are on Kick, we're going to be going ahead into our good buddy Bruno. If you are on YouTube, here is the link for his channel on Kick. Go check him out. Go say what's up. I'm sure we'll be playing some games. We might be watching some shows. Who knows what we'll be doing, but some good times will be had. Thank you guys all again so much, and I will see you next time.
What you should be, but you should be. I've got it here in days when it would have taken you years, and I'm not ashamed of myself, but you should be, but